Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed and welcome back to Aokana. We've done the other characters' routes, so Rika's, Mashiro's and Misaki's. Misaki's one is the longest by far so far, but now it's time for Asuka. That's right, Asuka's asking me to stand and fight alongside her, against that monster, against that higher being who's sneering at FC. Back in the day. Yes? Practicing with Aoi-san was crazy, I swear. Oh, this is the first time I've mentioned my past to Asuka. I'm not exactly sure why, but it just feels like the right time. I filled every single day with FC, to a point where I was in the sky even in my dreams. I still remember everything. Practice was so tough my parents were constantly worried sick. But you see, eventually all that practice had an effect on my body. In what way? It started feeling really light as a feather, and then flying became second nature. It was a strange sensation. My body reacted exactly as I wanted it to before I even finished thinking. And thanks to that, I got better at reading and countering my opponent's next moves. I became one with the sky. Aoi-san once said that best skywalkers often experience that feeling. Until a short while ago, I was afraid to make you suffer through such harsh practice, but now I know you need it. I turned to directly face Asuka. Asuka, yes? It's gonna be rough. I doubt you get more relaxing game-like practice sessions moving forward. That's fine by me. We share a soft smile as she says that. Let's do this. We'll beat that monstrous anyway with our own methods. Look, I know it may sound like I'm contradicting myself, but I think the joy FC brings you will help your growth. Huh? Is that so? Yeah, that's what I want to tell her that's what I lost, but I know I shouldn't. That's what I held on to the entire time. That means it's very important. Yeah. I'll never allow her to hate flying. She's so free of care, so full of joy when she flies, and I want her to stay that way forever. That's why I'm going to fight alongside her. I'll protect her so I can see her smile down on us from the highest point of the blue sky. Okay, let's get started. Yes, I'm good to go, coach. And so it begins. Asuka's route. Nope. I close my fingers, then raise my hands. With that done, I push my left leg forward to take the first step, then move my right one back to kick off the ground. After that, I shift my centre of gravity just a little forward to get ready to assume a forward lean posture as soon as I take off. Next, I take a deep breath, and I slowly repeat that process several times as I imagine the sight of oxygen flowing through my body. The wind direction has changed. There's now a light tailwind stroking my neck. Finally, I open my closed eyes and prepare to shout the most important word to me. Fly! Fly into the heavens, man! The dream of flying. The dream. Hey, Hinata-kan? Hinata-kan? You sleeping? Hey, wake up, coach! Oh. Huh? Sorry, is practice over already? No, not yet. She's just started doing low yo-yos. I see. Sorry for falling asleep. You don't have to apologise. I'm just glad you're okay. Don't you think you're working a bit too hard nowadays? I know you're the president, but you can still relax a little. What was I just doing just then? Sleeping, which is relaxing. No, I'm fine, I swear. I just didn't get enough sleep. And I'm saying not getting enough sleep is the problem. God. You've been staying up late to work on strategies for Asuka-chan, right? Well, yeah. I've been doing that every day after practice. It's almost second nature now. Yeah, we've been adapted to it for so long, I don't know any other way of living through life. I draft our strategies on a whiteboard. Then after getting home, I try them out myself. I've been trying to keep it on the down low, but I guess Madoka's caught on. Don't tell Asuka, she'll start worrying. I get that, but what good would it do if he collapsed from exhaustion? You've got a point there. Okay, I'll be more careful. Now let's go check up on them. Hey! It only sounds like you aren't even listening to me. This is another route where Madoka is going to get vilely rejected. A few days after the summer tournament, we have a meeting to decide our goals for the fall tournament. Okay, go ahead, Miss Kagami. Well, I see everyone's here. Everyone, you say? Oh my goodness sakes, Misaki didn't run away, for goodness sakes. Good. Yes? Good. That means we should start the meeting, younger Aoigi. Or maybe she'll declare it here. Yes? Proceed according to the agenda. Understood. So the first item of the agenda is the election of a club president. In most sports centres, senior retires after the summer tournament since they have to focus on graduating. Now that the tournament is over, a new president has to be chosen from among the sophomores. As you have already been notified, Masaya Hinata will assume the post. Does anyone present have any objections? Nope. I'm all for it. There's no one better for the job. The election of our new club president takes only a few seconds, saying that sometimes that can take a few hours. Well, when you consider the current distribution of roles, I'm really the only choice. But let's not change the way you address me. We'll keep calling Prez too. Fair enough. We have two Aoigis here, so that'd work best. He has a point, but more than anything, calling him Shinen-san just doesn't feel right. Yeah, when you call someone a name for so long, it feels weird to call them by a different name. Prez suits him best. We ended up picking someone without an actual election at all, huh? Well, you want to run? Me as a president? Actually, forget it. That'd spell disaster for us. Why'd you have to be so rude? Come on, that's enough. We've got more important things to discuss. Roger. Got it. Right. Me becoming the new president is small potatoes. Now that the summer tournament is over, we need to start practicing for the fall tournament. And in order to do that properly, we need clear-cut goals. Masaya, do you have any in mind? Of course. I stand up and face everyone. Our goal for the summer tournament was finishing in the top 8, which we just barely missed. I point at the tournament bracket sheet that's up on the whiteboard. Way I see it, part of the reason for that is the bad luck we had. In other words, we were definitely good enough to finish much higher. That being the case, I want to set getting top 4 as our goal. Thoughts? Okay, let's start with Misaki. Huh? Why am I first? Because you met my eyes first. Hey, there's no point looking to the side now. Misaki, just give up already. Okay. Sure, she's looking for a way to say that she's retiring. I think top 4 is a good enough goal. Next time, we can aim a little bit higher. Huh? Didn't expect you to sound so beat. I mean, it's kind of hard to stay motivated after what we saw at the summer tournament. Yeah, I totally get where she's coming from. Shindo-san, who seemed unbeatable to us, got demolished. I can't blame her for feeling a little gun-shy after that. Okay, you're up next, Mashira Ochi. I, agree with Misaki-senpai, I guess. Do you not have your own opinions, Mashiro? You can voice your own opinion, you know. Well, it's supposed to be our club's goal, not a personal one, right? But everyone's personal goal is part of the club. I guess that's true. Plus, Mashiro isn't really in the same league as the top players right now, so it's hard to ask her for more. There we go. Still, it wouldn't kill her to be a little more motivated. Same with Misaki as well. Alright, you go next, Prez. Ex-Prez. No, I'm still present at heart. Anyway, what do you think, Prez? We need to win the whole thing, of course. Also, I'd like to say, but based on how the summer tournament went, top 4 of the 4 tournament seems reasonable. We can aim for the top next summer instead. Good job, Prez. You give the most realistic take so far. Yeah, good job, Prez. Don't worry about Misaki and her doppelganger, whatever you want to call Mashiro. Before I move to the last person, I'll pause for a moment and take a deep breath. Last but not least, what are your thoughts, Asuka? Yes, Asuka paused for a moment as she's gathering her resolve. I want to beat anyway, San. I see. I was trying to confirm that she still felt the same as she did the day after the summer tournament. Seems she hasn't wavered one bit. Interesting. That'll be tough. Yes, but I still want to try it. Man, you're nuts, Asuka. Can't believe you want to take on someone that good. Well, I'm sure I have to work ridiculously hard to do that, but it feels like it'd be worth it. I can't even find the motivation to just practice, so that's really impressive. Yeah, maybe you should work on that. Well, even if you crush and burn, you've still got next year's summer tournament. What did you just say, Tobisawa? Just that she's got next year's summer tournament too. What, am I wrong? No, that would normally be the case. However, that doesn't apply to Saki anyway. Why not? Because she's in her last year. She's going international. International? Oh. Inui will most likely leave Japan and aim for the top spot in the FC world as she sweeps the fall tournament. But that's just your guess, right? Do you really think a Skywalker would stay another year after dominating 2 tournaments in a row? I doubt it. Especially because she's from overseas already. Makes sense. I asked Anyway-san and Shirazu-san to look into Kaiyu Academy right after the summer tournament. They couldn't find much, but they did learn that the Avalon Group, an international Graviton Shoes manufacturer, is involved in management. In other words, Kaiyu Academy is just a front for an international corporation. Her playstyle overturns all the existing concepts of FC, and she's backed by a giant company. Add those together and it's clear that Japan is just Anyway's starting point. That's why I'm sure Anyway sounds right on the money. You've all seen how good she is. If you face her with a half-baked approach, she'll crush you. What are we supposed to do then? The new president would explain that. Right, Masaya? Yeah. I take in everyone's faces. If you want to beat Anyway, I'll have to mainly focus on training a single player. Just one player? You mean the one who has the best chance to win? That's right. Someone with the necessary skill, talent and will to win. Training everyone equally won't work? If we had until the summer tournament, then maybe. That's not an option. And the fall tournament is approaching fast. In that case, Misaki speaks up. Asuka's your best bet. Misaki? I mean, she's the only one who reached the 3rd round. Plus, she's one who actually wants to beat Anyway. Misaki, you do as well. Misaki-chan. Misaki, are you sure that's fine? Yep. If Misaki-senpai is fine with it, and so am I. I have a question, Miss Kagami. Shoot. Is it really a good idea to just focus on Asuka-chan? Would it be smart to try to finish in the top 4? I'm sure you can reach that high with little effort. What? You serious? Honestly, Shindu and Anyway were in a league of their own during the summer tournament. Defeating them was impossible. But now, Shindu can't compete in the fall tournament, which means at least one of our players should reach the top 4. But first place is a long shoot right now. Exactly. It goes without saying that you need to be extremely skilled to win. But other than that, we need someone with the right goal and proper motivation, Misaki. And the only player we have that meets all those conditions is Asuka. That's why we have a decision to make right now. We either turn our backs and allow Anyway to win, or try to take her down. The former should be pretty simple, but the latter is the hardest road imaginable. Practice will be tougher than ever if we decide to challenge her, huh? It will. So what do you say? We could put into a vote if that's what you prefer. I run my eyes over everyone's faces. However, no one seems to be objecting at all. Are you sure I'm the right choice? Asuka asks that in a bewildered tone. Everyone here has decided to back you, so the decision is yours. Yes, that's true, but... This is clearly what she wants, but it seems she's worried about having to live up to everyone's expectations. Kurashina? Yes? Have you ever heard about the older Ayuegi's dream? Huh? Prez's dream? No. You heard her. Time to speak up, Ayuegi. What? For real? It's kind of embarrassing to talk about. This doesn't matter, she needs to hear it. Okay, you see, I've always wanted the Kurahama FC Club to become the regional champions. Oh? Whoa. What? I didn't know that, Prez. Well, it's something I thought of even before the club officially existed. Got laughed at a lot of thinking too far ahead back then. But now, that dream might just come true. Aoi-san smiles at Asuka as she says that. Unfortunately, he has to retire already, but he still has a chance to fulfill his dream before he graduates. All I have to do is win the full tournament. Right. It's something that has to happen now. We can't wait until the next summer tournament. Alright. Asuka shifts her gaze between Prez and Aoi-san. I'm going to do it! Then she makes that bold declaration. Kurashina, thank you. I really appreciate the thought. Oh, come on. It sounds like you don't believe she can do it. Yeah, when it comes to, like, appreciate the thought. Oh, right. Kurashina, I believe in you. Thank you. I'll do everything I can. It's decided then. With that, Aoi-san gets up. Okay, from now on, the Kurahama FC Club will focus on training Kurashina for the full tournament. That's all for today. And that's what happened. Explains why I'm mainly focused on Asuka, right? I mean, I'm obviously still working with Misaki and Mashiro, but I'm paying a lot less attention to them at the moment, which honestly feels a little wrong. I know we made a decision as a team, but I can't help but question if that was really the right choice. Looking good, Asuka. Thanks. Don't you get tired of doing the same thing every single day? Asuka shakes her head in response to my question. Nope, not one bit. Repeating the same thing is getting me used to flying, which feels great. I see. Glad to hear it. Right now, I'm just having Asuka repeat the basics. It's basically just field flying high yo-yos and low yo-yos for her. I'm making her go over all the same things that total newbies practice. In baseball, that would be running. In soccer, that it would be jogging. It's probably pretty frustrating that she has to practice like this after competing in a tournament. But despite that, Asuka never voices a single complaint. That's pretty damn surprising. And also a bit encouraging. Alright, I'll get back to flying now. Wait, are you sure you don't need a break? Don't worry, Madoka-chan's making sure I don't overwork myself. Yeah, you're still good to go. You've only got another 30 minutes in you though. Roger. Alright then. Fly! Asuka's body goes up almost vertically after she aligns her legs. Her form keeps her from hitting any air resistance. It's so good it could be a textbook example. Wow, Asuka-chan's got a lot better already. Yeah. In the beginning, even an amateur would have called her clumsy, but she's improved a ton. She's right. And that's why I keep making her run basic drills. Asuka managed to win 2 matches thanks to her extraordinary intuition and reflexes. But we also couldn't employ very many strategies because her actual technique was fairly limited. That was why I'm having her practice the basics and master them before moving on. But she's improving faster than expected. Yep. The two of us stand there, captivated by the sight of Asuka soaring through the sky. Her growth is pretty astonishing. Misaki had the best form in our club less than a week ago, but Asuka has somehow caught up already. Amazing. Seems there's also another member who's just as stunned as us. Ha! Her eyes are fixated on Asuka. Mishiro? Huh? What? Look, I admit that Asuka-senpai looks really pretty when she's flying. Look, Mishiro, we just don't care, okay? And Misaki doesn't even see you as her second, okay? Thanks for clearing that up. She went straight to that without even me mentioning it, which makes me think she has a guilty conscience. She really is amazing. Yeah. Mishiro is usually pretty cynical, but her words seem to be filled with genuine admiration right now. I'm kind of jealous. It looks like she's having a lot of fun. Fun, yes. Does it really? Yes, she's just doing the same thing over and over, but it looks like she loves every moment. Watching her makes me wonder how fun it would be if I could fly like her. Then why not just do it? Huh? I may be focusing on Asuka, but I still have time to coach you. If you want to fly like her, I can't help. Right, guess I'll get back to practice then. Sounds good, but first, do a maintenance check on your shoes and make sure everything's fine. Oh, right. After the summer tournament, I taught everyone how to maintain their own grav shoes to free up some more of my time. Asuka and Misaki got the hang of it right away, but Mishiro keeps making mistakes, when she even remembers to check them anyway. Oh gosh. Let's see. Anti-gravitons are tuned for speeders, there are no issues with the brakes, and there are also no alerts. Make sure to turn the balancer back on. Oh, right, the balancer! When you tune the anti-gravity of shoes, you need to turn the balancer off. After the tuning is done, you need to turn it back on, and forgetful people often miss that step, which results in them floundering around the air as if they're drowning. Just the other day I forgot to do that and ended up spinning around a bunch. Grav shoes come with a safety mechanism, but you shouldn't just rely on that. Things could get real bad if she does. I know that. Time to fly, meowt. It's all these cat puns, for goodness sakes. Mishiro's body floats up as she climbs in a far more clumsy manner than Asuka. She seems a lot more motivated than usual. Yeah, guess Asuka's been a positive influence upon us all. Maybe. Too bad she's having the opposite effect on a certain someone else. I give Madoka a curt nod after I hear that. Come on, coach. Do something about her. Yeah, I really should. I give her another nod and make my way over to the person in question. Misaki, for goodness sakes! Yo! I walk up to the girl sitting away from where everyone else is practicing. What? You here to check on me, coach? She suddenly waves her hand at me, flashes a kind of smile that doesn't suit her, and rises to her feet with an "Up we go!" You aren't done with your basic drills yet? I guess you could put it that way. How else would I even put it? True. Her laugh sounds totally fake to me. Does it bother you? I already said it doesn't, remember? Sure, but you seem to have lost all your motivation. Really? Does the sight of me focusing on Asuka make you unhappy? Nah, it's really heartwarming, I swear. Misaki. God, I know, okay? It's pretty damn obvious I'm sulking right now. If you understand, then get moving. That'll help you feel better. Man, you're a total optimist, huh? Sorry, that won't work for me. Misaki. Asuka's something special. She lost. Watched that match where the guy she lost to got dominated and still hasn't given up. Misaki mutters that in a quiet tone as she gazes up at Asuka. Look, I promise not to worry anyone by skipping practice, so just leave me alone. She seems unusually serious right now. There's probably no point talking to her at the moment. Got it. Okay, guess I'll get back to practice. Ready for liftoff. Misaki shouts out her activation key in a cheerful tone and shoots straight up into the air. You there, Asuka! Quit having fun of your own! Why, you up for a dogfight, Misaki-chan? Since Asuka is done running most of her basics, they decided to move to dogfights. Despite her altitude, Misaki isn't getting in Asuka's way at all, so I can't really complain. Sorry, Misaki. You don't have to apologise to her at all, she was the one that was rude to you. I honestly feel kind of bad, almost feels like I betrayed Misaki. Not really, before the summer tournament, she was obviously Kunohama's best player. But I still chose to focus on Asuka instead, because she has the motivation. And that's the biggest driving force to do better, which is motivation. Misaki's pretty sharp, so I'm sure she understands why I chose Asuka. She must understand what she's lacking right now, and that it would take even more work to develop than what Asuka's putting in at the moment. Both of us understand that her path to beat Inui-san was a long and hard one. And that was why she didn't object to or complain when I chose Asuka over her. Still, I've got to clear the air eventually. Misaki's also extremely talented, so if I don't fix things fast, all her FC skill may go to waste. Yo, Hinata, I'm done asking about practice matches. Prez comes running over from the direction of the main school's building looking really proud of himself. How'd it go? A grin forms on his face as he hears me say that. It went great. Shitu, Shisa, and Takafuji all accepted. Oh, sweet. Thanks. Why are you thanking me? This is only happening because everyone's here improved thanks to your coaching. If not for that, they would have totally ignored us. Kunohama's reputation has definitely skyrocketed after the summer tournament. We're no longer some club that just barely managed to stay alive. Now everyone is keeping a close eye on us. We've even got our pages of some FC fan sites. Tobi-san and Kurashino are both great. If this keeps up, we'll become a powerhouse in no time. Well, yeah, I guess. Why the long face? Why even ask? You already know. Press scratches his head after hearing my words. Well, that's true. I mean, it was pretty shocking. The grand final shocked every single veteran Skywalker. Prez included, of course. Still, you shouldn't get depressed over that. Otherwise, you might affect the other members. Exactly, Sheenan. Exactly. Right. Sorry. They need to hear that their coach is motivated. Well, I'm going to do a couple laps in the sky. I'll make my way over to the club room to store the documents Prez handed me. On my way there, I see Asuka engaged in a dogfight. Watching it makes me feel like I've entered a whole new world. Here I come! And Rika, Ichino tries to enter a climb immediately after saying that. Her plan is to read Asuka's movements and get behind her with a high yo-yo. Not on my watch. But Asuka's reaction time proves to be far faster. She anticipates Ichino's play and shifts her posture to dive behind her. Ichino's failed to react in time. And as a result, the loop she was flying becomes unusable. Unable to maintain her trajectory, she adjusts her course. Oh, an opening! And that doesn't escape Asuka. She uses that short moment where Ichino's exposes back to close the distance and scores! Eek! With that, Asuka is in the lead. I'm impressed, Asuka-san. Same here, I can hardly keep up with your speed. Okay, let's try something else. Ichino flies over to the second line after she says that. This time, you'll start out at a disadvantageous position. Turn around and I'll go from your back from behind. Well, that sounds hard. But getting through that should be tons of fun. Okay, let's give it a go. That's the spirit. Ready, set, go! Huh? That wasn't quite right. Let's try that again there. Oh, yeah, this is it. Okay, one more try should help me remember. Asuka is practicing all on her own now. Asuka-san is improving incredibly fast. I'm impressed. Ichino says that with a hint of genuine admiration in her voice. It's hard to believe she only started flying a few months ago. I know, right? It's still a little hard to accept. Ichino heaves a sigh while gazing at Asuka with a look of envy. I assume her goal is beating that girl, right? You mean Saki anyway? Ichino nods. I'm no top player, so I don't want to exaggerate, but I feel like she was far above any of us. Ichino has a grave expression on her face as she says that. Shindu Senpai was someone that everyone at Takafuji considered untouchable. He was someone none could hold a candle to, someone who would never lose. And yet, she completely shattered that belief. Ichino pauses for a moment to take a deep breath after saying that, yeah. It's far harder for us to accept that loss. Understand, yeah, because he was your player as well. They believe Shindo-san was an unrivaled Skywalker. It's not hard to get that the Takafuji students who have been by his side this whole time are having a hard time accepting his defeat. Shindo-san, who always went to the nationals and swept them with ease, lost in a regional tournament. No one would have called that. It may be true that she two players are the best in the country, but that doesn't change that he was the cream of the crop. Still, there was something that shocked me even more. Oh, what? Ichino's flashed a smile in response to my question. You can't tell? No, nothing comes to mind. Asuka-san. Oh, I see. After the final match, I told to everyone from Kunohama. Everyone was either depressed or dumbfounded, but Asuka seemed excited. Wiki-chan, Shindu-san's match was really cool, wasn't it? I want to beat anyway-san. She said that to you? Yeah, it was pretty shocking. I never expected to see someone that excited after witnessing that match. Ichino has a bit of a distant look in her eyes. And that's why I want her to succeed. I want her to take revenge for all of us. Her eyes are those of a fierce predator who is sizing up to their prey. They're looking straight for Asuka, toward the newly crowned champion. I'm willing to help out anytime, so feel free to use me. Thanks. I'm sure you'll be a huge help. I really mean that. Currently, Asuka is running basic drills during our club's usual practice time, and after that, she runs through some practical scenarios of other people in the evening. If we just keep this up, she should perform a lot better in official matches. Thing is, what's wrong? It's still kinda hard to say she'll win, since Anyway's really good. You have a point, but you gotta believe in your players, man. It's hard to put this into words, but there's something about Asuka-chan that makes me believe she can pull it off. Seriously? I surely understand. Asuka-san's immeasurable talent will definitely lead her to victory. Fair enough. Coaching Asuka has given me that feeling that she's got limitless potential, and that belief is growing by the day. That's why we need to believe in her, otherwise there's no way she'll win. I nod in response to Ichino's word, and right after that Asuka lands beside us. I'm all done! Welcome back. How did it go? I think I finally got it. I can enter a steep climb from a dive above. Asuka proceeds to explain how she figured out each individual step in excruciating detail. Damn, she seems really happy. Can't believe she's not even a bit nervous when her goal is to beat Saki anyway. See? Asuka-san can definitely Hey! Were you saying that I was doubting her at any given point in time? Okay, maybe. Huh? What are you talking about, Rika-chan? It's a secret right now, Hinata-san. But you're saying it right in front of Asuka, so of course she wants to know. Yeah. Huh? That dumbfounded look. Asuka can definitely do it. I repeat Ichino's words as I roll around in bed, but if he keeps saying that in a forceful tone, that means that it doesn't feel good. Asuka definitely has a lot of room to grow, and she's a real quick study. But the problem is, her opponent seems no less talented than her. I can't quite tell who has the highest ceiling, but it's obvious that Anyway-san is better at the moment. Guess I've got another sleepless night ahead of me. I can hear Madoka's void voice already. Huh? I get up off my bed and boot up my PC. Oh, there's a new article on the summer tournament on this fan site. It's mainly about the defeat of the strongest Skywalker, Kazunari Shindu, and the new champion, Saki Anyway. Pfft, figures. The writer doesn't seem to have grasped the true nature of that match. They're just praising how skilled each of the players were. But by some stroke of luck, they gave Anyway-san a new nickname that suits her playstyle perfectly. Monarch of the Skies. God, that hurts. It's been a week since the summer tournament, and I've spent each and every day either training Asuka or working on strategies for the fall tournament. Everyone else has been in pretty low spirits, but Asuka is the polar opposite. As the coach of the Kunohama FC club, it's my job to train everyone equally and prepare them to place higher in the fall tournament. That's definitely what I should be doing. However, Saki Anyway's overwhelming strength placed doubt in my heart. Do not have that doubt! If Misaki can do it in another timeline, then Asuka can as well. And not just because of how skilled she was, you see, the way she was challenging the very concept of our FC burned me up inside. I knew if I just let things be, she'd destroy everything I love about the sport. And so, I chose to focus on Asuka, the single player who wasn't at all disheartened by Anyway-san's display. Because I'm sure she's the only one that can stand up to that monster. The green-eyed monster. That's why all I can do is place my faith in her and wait. But I still feel uneasy about that decision. Was it really the right choice? Am I sure Asuka can win? You gotta believe in your players, man! Those dark thoughts stew inside my head, giving birth to doubts. For some reason, my dreams are brimming with hope. They show me standing tall, facing the sky, looking ready to take off. They show me the pure joy I felt when I got my first pair of ground shoes. There's a huge gap between the sweet emotions I relish inside my dreams and the anxiety I'm riddled with when I'm awake. Maybe I'm just having these dreams because I'm trying to escape the ever-present sense of dread I feel when I'm training Asuka to beat Saki Anyway. Or maybe I'm just trying to use them to find hope. I'm really not sure what the truth is, but I'm still forced to face reality whenever I'm awake. And so, all I can do is believe. Because I know there's only one way for Asuka to overcome that monstrous opponent. Our only option is to make slow, steady progress to try and close the gap between them. Slow can be very counterproductive though, especially closer to the fall tournament. You want the hard training, the complex training ingrained in your head. Amidst the chaos, that became the Grand Chancellor of State, which made him the highest authority among the military governments. Following that, summer break is right around the corner, so there are only a handful of classes each day and school lets out early. Right now, I'm in Japanese history. What to do? I'm trying to figure out how to proceed with Asuka's FC practice. Inui-san's cold expression, Irina-san's smile remain fresh in my mind. Oh really, Irina? Stop trying to brainwash your opponents, for goodness sakes. No matter what I try, I just can't shape those words. They left too big of an impression on my mind. I don't need to forget them and focus. We need to make slow, steady progress or she'll never win. I drive away those unnecessary thoughts by shaking my head. Then I rack my brain for new ideas. Just need to focus on what's in front of me. My ears suddenly would start to ring. Man, I know I'm confused, but this seems like a little much. The sound of a helicopter was reverberating inside my head. Stop it, man! Hold on, this isn't in my head. I look outside the window to spot where the sound's coming from. And then I see... however, wasn't content with that and tried to claim the throne. In order to achieve that, Huh? Our history teacher finally looks out the window. What the hell is that? The rest of the students follow up his gaze upon hearing him say that. Huh? The hell? Whoa, why is that thing at our school? Well, let me snap a quick pic, that's totally Instagrammable. Hey, keep it down. The classroom erupts into a cacophony of noise. Why is a helicopter landing at our school? This makes zero sense. What's this about? I mean, I'm sure this has nothing to do with me, but... Oh. Hold on. It can't be. Why are those two here? Yes, the two people you were just thinking of. You've got to be kidding me. Two all too familiar individuals are standing out on the sports ground with the wind of a helicopter whipping against them. Masaya-san, that's... Asuka calls out to me in a surprised tone. Guess I'm not just imagining things. Yeah. Saki, Inui, and Irina Avalon. There's no way I'd forget the people who we're trained to defeat. Why are they here? I've got no clue. Though it's safe to assume it has something to do with us. They must be practicing for nationals right now. So why the detour? Man, they're really putting on a show. Huh? Wonder what they want. They have to have brought the helicopter for a reason. The two of them exchange a few words while we watch and speculate. A couple of men in black suits came out of the helicopter and surround them. It seems like they're waiting for someone. Oh, some teachers are out there now. It doesn't take long for some teachers to go up to them and start a conversation. A few minutes later, the teachers nod several times and start calling someone. They're probably just phoning the faculty room, I guess. This is Kayami from the Student Council. The teaching staff is currently speaking to the passengers aboard the emergency landing and... They're trying to cover everything up by claiming it was an emergency landing? Oh, it's just a... I don't think so. This is not just some mere coincidence. I doubt it. No, I doubt it. This is not an emergency landing. They've got this all fabricated. Well, that's not totally off base. That's a pretty lame cover story. At least it'll keep people from panicking. Yeah, and I doubt anyone other than us will even notice they're lying. Everyone seems to be calming down now, so whatever works. Since Miss Kagami is dealing with a situation, there'll be no homeroom for Class 2C today. Students are to head home right after classes end. Yeah, this totally has to do with us. The two teachers down there could have dealt with the emergency landing on their own. Aoi San's involvement must mean it's FC related. Also, Masaya Hinata from Class 2... Wait a minute, why did Misaki's Sprite just disappear there? Masaya Hinata from 2C is to come to the faculty room after school. That's Masaya Hinata from Class 2C. Oh. Figures. Why does her Sprite keep disappearing? Knew it. Same. Still, I wonder why they're here. It's really hard to figure them out. Be careful, Masaya-san. Relax. It's not that they're going to try and kidnap me or anything. I'll go see what they want. I just hope my guess isn't right, or things could get ugly. Does Inui want a match with Masaya? Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure it is. So that's why you're here. Yes. Irene-san, was it? That's quite a gruesome approach. It doesn't really suit your cute face. I have a question. Yeah? I don't understand gruesome. Please tell me what it means. I see you don't know, huh? Well, it basically means ruthless, dirty, or other things along those lines. Oh, I understand. Ruthless is very clear to me. It came up in historic plays. Oh, but... Weren't you a gruesome player when active? Oh. I still remember clearly, the third round of the 5th World Championship. After reaching third line, you went with play that chip your opponent's wings, knowing it traumatizing them. I'm surprised you know that much. So what, you here to follow in my footsteps? Oh no, this just greeting. Think of it like cultural exchange. A cultural exchange, huh? You're really something else. Thank you for the compliment. And that's all she told me. So, what's the plan? Should be obvious. I can't let Asuka face her yet. Irina-san proposed something rather simple. A practice match between Shaki Inui and Asuka with the exact same rules as an official match. I was hoping I was wrong, but it seems my fear wasn't unfounded. She's trying to break her opponent's spirit in advance. Squashing the bud before it blooms, essentially. Yeah, I'd normally be worried about a player losing their motivation, but... Masaya, do you see the look on her face during the grand finals? Of course. I see. That's good. I've been involved with SC for a long time, but that was the first time I saw a player that looked like that in such a depressing situation. Chills ran down my spine when I saw it. Same here. Everyone else was demoralized. Asuka, on the other hand, was in the complete opposite direction. She laughs a bit before composing herself. She gets more excited based on the strength of her opponent, and that's the number one thing you need to become as top Skywalker. I'm convinced that won't change even if she loses this practice match. Right, but... Ayo-san's expression turns stern when she sees me hesitate. I get that you're worried about her, but she still has a lot to learn, and the best way for her to gain experience is to face strong opponents. She'll have to face Inui eventually, so why not start now? That's the way you should be seeing this. I know she's right. If Inui-san is in tournament shape, the difference in skill between them would be massive. But confirming the gap will only help Asuka grow, because once we know exactly what separates them, we'll learn how to best prepare for the fall tournament, and that's what we need most at the moment. Right, this is a great opportunity. Glad you agree. Well, I'll let them know we accept. Thanks. I bow before moving toward the door, but then stop and turn to face her again. Something still feels off about this. Gotta say, this feels really weird. What do you mean? You're not usually the type to just go along with someone else's plan. Yeah? You used to say the fight begins long before the start of a match, right? She used to drill that idea into my skull. In other words, she was saying that preparation is half the battle. If your opponent gets into your head and you go into a match with a negative mindset, you're starting off with a handicap. That's why I'm surprised she's readily agreeing to something that may give them the upper hand. While I do kind of want to watch Kirishina fight anyway. Besides, it's not like I just agreed to everything. I'll have you know that I shoot down her first suggestion right away. Oh, what'd she want? It's not happening, so don't worry about it. Anyway, go prepare for the match now. Got it. What are you gonna do? She doesn't normally come to watch us practice. I'll watch from a distance and cover over if things go south. Come over. Okay. Cool. You don't have to look all surprised. I'm your club advisor, so that's my job. She's right, but it is unusual for her to be this involved. Guess it just means Inui-san is that special. Long time no see, Hinata-san. Yeah. It's been 30 minutes since my meeting with Inui-san. Seems the stage is almost set now. I wholeheartedly thank you for agreeing to practice match despite short notice. Kyoryu Academy doesn't interest with other school, interact with other schools. So this our only option. Thank you for being kind enough to play along. Care to tell me what you're after? What I'm after? You mean with this match? Of course. For whatever reason, they've prioritized this practice match over prepping for the nationals, and I want to know why. Oh yeah, it's to help Saki improve. That's right. Saki's technical skill is still insufficient, and also she's lacking experience. That's why... Fine, let's just leave it at that. Okay. Excuse me. I'm going to have to get ready now. Of course, I'm looking forward to match. I can't wait. What'd she say? She just dodged around the question, so I'm not sure what they really want. Makes sense. Are you sure Asuka-senpai will be okay? I get why you're worried, but just trust her a little, okay? I get to fight anyway, son. I get to face a person. Okay, you keep yelling this into the heavens, don't you now? I'm so excited. Alright, I need to pump up my fighting spirit. Spirit. See? She's kind of sound like Prez out there. She seems nervous and happy at the same time. Do you have some sort of plan? Yeah, I've got an idea already. Just need to discuss it with Asuka. This isn't a regular practice match. We have to register as a threat on their radar, or this whole thing will be pointless. Now that Asuka's fundamentals has vastly improved, she can put up a good fight. She definitely won't do as well as Shindo-san, but it's still a little too soon for that, so I've got no room to complain. Our only goal here is to do well enough to make them remember us. Once our preparations are complete, both players and seconds gather on the beach. Okay, the practice match between Kyoryu Academy and Kurihama Academy will now begin. The competitors are Saki Inui from Kyoryu Academy and Asuka Kurishina from Kurihama. Prepare to get started after you exchange greetings. The two of them walk over to Prez, who's serving as a referee, and bow to each other. Let's have a great match. Last time I saw her was during the grand finals. Her face and voice are just as expressionless as back then. I wonder if that poker face is a part of her strategy, or just how she normally is. Huh? For a moment I thought Inui-san was staring straight at me. Guess it was just my imagination. You know from her stare at you the last time that she wants to face you, man. When I turn to look at her, she walks over towards Irina-san. Wow, she has this really special aura around her. Asuka is gazing at Inui-san, visibly excited. Listen up, Asuka. We're going with the plan I explained earlier, so don't you dare let her take control of the match. You want me to play just like before, right? You got it. I told Asuka to just play like before, with a focus on basic techniques. So that means there's no chance of you beating Irina-san in a race, since she still beat Prez and all. In that case, I need to jump to the second line and you're an all-rounder. If you can just read and react to her movements in time, keeping up with her should be easy. All-rounders usually follow a playstyle like Shadowin-san's. They focus on cancelling out the strengths of their opponent while trying to also exploit their weaknesses. However, Asuka's a rare breed of player. She has these mysterious flashes of insight that allow her to pull off unimaginable things. That's why we need her to remain close to her opponent for as long as possible. That way she may think of some way to pull out a win. The more opportunities she has, the more things Asuka can try out. During the summer tournament, Inui-san would have just shaken her and that would have been the end of the match. But she's improved leaps and bounds since then, so I'm sure she can keep up. In other words, the strategy revolves around getting close to Inui-san and throwing things at the wall until something sticks. Start by jumping to the next line. After that, I want you to recall your match with Shindo-san and play the exact same way. Stick as close to her as you can. If you see a chance, block a path and... Why have you done that now, Asuka? I start to go over our strategy in more detail, but then I notice that Asuka's face is clouded over. Asuka? Yes? Lost in thought? You should really be paying attention right now. Oh, no, I wasn't lost in thought. I was listening. I swear it's just, what's wrong? Does she not understand something or what? If there's something you don't get, I can go over it again. No, it's fine. I understand everything. It's just that I'm feeling a little nervous. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Who wouldn't be when they're playing against such a unique and skilled Skywalker? Still, I'm a little surprised she's scared when she seemed so excited a moment ago. Guess it just goes to show how much pressure Inui exerts. All you can do now is try. We have all the time in the world to think things through after this match, okay? Got it! Oh, she sounds all excited again. Guess I helped her kill her nerves. Is everybody ready? Yeah! We good to go? Alright, then position yourself at first. Break a leg, Asuka. Not literally. Or figuratively. Will do! Asuka and Inui-san fly over to first. Once they're there, Asuka looks over to her opponent with inquisitive eyes. I'm glad I get to face you. Likewise. I pick up Inui's monotonous voice through the headset. Seeing that both players are now ready, Prez nods lightly and raises his whistle to his lips. Ready, set, here we go. I gulp down my saliva and focus on the match. Inui-san jets off toward the second boy with a low yo-yo as soon as whistle resounds. Asuka on the other hand jumps to the second line. Good, she's following the plan so far. This is all pretty standard. Wouldn't it be better to follow her to try and throw her off her game? Yeah, wait. Inui-san is crazy fast. Huh? Oh yeah, she hasn't always been that fast, right? I think she's faster than when she fought my brother. Masaya senpai. I cover the mic to keep Asuka from overhearing our conversation. She's always been this fast, so calm down. You'll spook Asuka if you freak out around me. Okay. I did consider the strategy Misaki just suggested, but I opted to go for a more simple playstyle. That idea may come in handy eventually, but it definitely doesn't suit Asuka right now. I bring the mic to my mouth. Asuka, relax and take a couple deep breaths once you're in position on the second line. Inui-san should reach you real quick, but don't let that fluster you. Roger. A few minutes later, I hear Asuka breathing in and out. She's currently circling a quarter of the way down the line. Inui-san touches second, which nets her the first point of the match. What? Huh? Inui-san suddenly disappears. Coach, where did Inui-san go? Look up, she's really high above second. A 90-degree quick turn. Is that some sort of air kick turn? Guess the details don't matter now. It's clear that she wants a match just like her one with Shindu-san. And now she's doing that again. She's looking down on Asuka from high above. Very well executed, Saki. Now move to birdcage as planned. I know I'm not supposed to eavesdrop, but Irina sounds so close to her that her instructions just happen to enter my ears. Birdcage? What's that supposed to mean? Coach, what should I do? Relax, she's only took the high ground. Don't lose your cool. Hopefully that's enough to ease her mind. What could Inui be up to? She's just floating several meters above second. Asuka jumped lines, so she can't go for third until she either touches Inui or crosses her path. The score's sitting at 0-1. If this keeps up, Inui will win by default. Kinda feels like Misaki and Echino's match all over again. There's no good reason for a Skywalker who's in the lead to break a stalemate. And that means we have to make the first move. I see. So that's why she's called it birdcage, huh? They're trying to trap Inui's opponent in a no-win scenario. Time flies by as the two of them continue to stare straight at each other. What should we do? I'm sure she's already prepared for a dogfight. I want to drag Inui down with a surprising approach, but I can't think of anything that'd be effective. Coach? Have you loosened up enough? Yeah, I'm good to go. This is pretty risky, but it's all we've got. Roger. Fly towards second. Not Inui-san? Yep, she's above second, so that'll count as you crossing paths. Once you're near it, react accordingly. If Inui doesn't make a move, touch the boy and shoot toward third. But she'll definitely try something, right? Yeah, and when she does, do an air kick turn and speed away in the opposite direction. I'll give you a signal. You can pull that off, right? Yes, I can. Alright, here I go. Asuka proceeds to fly towards second. When will Inui swoop down? I'm sure she plans on using gravity to accelerate, but Asuka can turn faster than Inui can even react to that moment. Inui's body slides down smoothly. The motion feels so natural, it reminds me of a pile of snow slipping off a slanted roof. It's hard to even tell where it began. Now! Roger! Asuka tucks in her arms and legs then kicks the air to instantly change the direction she's flying. Did I give her a signal too late? She's flying straight down the line, which is the shortest path to a boy, but that might not be enough to beat Inui. Everything will work out great if she manages to touch third, but it'll still be fine if she fails. After all, closing in on Inui is our main goal here. This is going down to the wire. Try to touch you if you don't think you'll reach the boy first, doesn't matter where. When you're facing an opponent with great form, throwing them off balance is key. Do whatever it takes to drag her into a dogfight. Roger! The distance between them closes. Unfortunately, Inui stands nearing third a lot faster than I imagined. Should have known. Oh well, this match has only just begun. Can't get down in the dumps over one little battle for the second line. She's about to touch third, so... Huh? Huh? Contrary to my expectations, Inui spins around in front of the boy and faces Asuka. Wait, what? She's going for a dogfight even though she's already at the boy? What the hell are they doing? Whatever, I can't panic now. I need to guide Asuka before she's a goner. Remember, just try to touch her. Doesn't matter where. Roger! And now... Inui deflects Asuka's outstretched hand downward. Ah! That makes Asuka lose her balance, but she somehow managed to move forward anyway. Ugh! Asuka's throwing everything she has at her, but Inui is just parrying each and every attack. Why does this feel so wrong? How? How has Inui managed to stay above Asuka even though she's attacking from a lot of different angles? Usually both players move around erratically in dogfights, which means their positions swap constantly, because Inui wants to always maintain the high ground. But here, their positions remain fixed as if it's the most natural thing in the world. Stamina. Asuka's starting to get tired. I get it now. Inui keeps repairing Asuka at the same angle. She's managed to stay above her by sending her down each time. This is bad. Asuka will be too tired to do anything at this rate. You need to get away from her. Take a deep breath and fly back to second. But Roger... Eek! I hear a hint of fear through my headset. That's new. I never would have guessed she'd play like this. I'm honestly shocked. Inui sticks to Asuka like white on rice. Whenever Asuka moves to right, she moves right. Whenever she goes left, she goes left. Somehow Inui seems to be reading all of Asuka's moves perfectly. Yeah, this is looking bad. We should have never have done this practice match. And she isn't going for Asuka's badge either. Her whole strategy seems to be centered on tiring her opponent out. Asuka can't stop now. If she does, Inui will easily score multiple points. That's why she's flying around in a desperate attempt to shake her. Masaya-san! Asuka calls for my help in a troubled turn. Use feints. Also move up and down, not just left and right. I'm sure you'll find a chance to escape if you keep up. No, that won't work. What? No matter where I go, Inui-san is always there. Seems Asuka knows she has no real options. Humans tend to make subtle gestures before moving in any way. For instance, when a person tries to jump up, they push down to help gain momentum. Inui is most likely reading all those signs to mirror Asuka's movements. There's no way out. Birdcage. Like the name suggests, they formed a prison that cuts off movement in every direction. Asuka's trapped. This is disgusting. Mishira practically squeezes out those words, her voice full of blatant disdain. I get it, she's probably realised the situation Asuka's in, and being unable to move in any direction is pretty damn gross. Huh? Can't she just, slip out with some cool move? Usually Asuka-chan would just, swoosh up or down or something. Sure, that'd work on any other opponent. Oh. But Inui's reading Asuka like a book, and no matter what she does, there's no chance of her getting away. I knew Misaki would understand. Still, I can't just sit back and watch her lose. There has to be something I can do to help. Let's try to fake her out, Asuka. Make it seem like you're going for a low yo-yo, but then after you've dropped down, do an air kick turn to enter a rapid climb. But Roger. If this works, Inui will think she's going for a low yo-yo and swoop straight down to try and catch her prey. Then all Asuka has to do is exploit that mistake and get away before Inui can change directions. It's the exact same thing Shindo-san tried to do in his summer tournament. Back then, there was a fair amount of space between the two of them, which gave Inui time to figure out his plan and counter it by getting above him, but they're too close. But now... Asuka and Inui right next to each other. There's no way she can react in time. I'm sure this will work. Once Asuka pulls it off, things should be looking up. It'll help her build some much needed confidence, since this match seems to have worn her down mentally. And who knows how this match will turn out after that. Asuka shoots down with her arms pressed against her sides. Good, she's pulling this off perfectly. I'm sure none the wiser. Inui responds to that by copying her trajectory. Now! Asuka rockets up with an air kick turn. Sweet! Her timing was perfect. Take that anyway. I won't let you escape. Oh no! All our hopes turned to despair. Inui's descent was fake. She knew exactly what we were going for. How? Sure, air kick turns have a pretty long wind up, but there's no way she could have reacted that quickly. She had to have known all along. But how? How do they figure out our plan right away? Oh no! In the end, nothing's changed. Their relative positions are the same as before. I can't believe it. I'm dumbfounded by the display of skill Inui is putting on. This is nuts. I was naive. So very naive. And I only understand that now. Based on what I saw in the Sun tournament, I assumed Inui was still playing standard FC. Sure, her strategy was unorthodox, but I thought she was still adhering to all of FC core principles. But I was way off base. Inui is trampling our very core concept of FC. To her, this sport isn't even about scoring points. Instead, she's trying to dominate her opponent by controlling the flow of movement in the air. And nothing about that fits in our current mindset. It seems the only way to beat Saki Inui is to throw aside all our current FC knowledge. So this is the monarch of the skies. That title seems more fitting than ever right now. 1 minute left, Saki. Understood. Stay focused until last second. Understand? Yes, Irina. I overhear that exchange and begin to grit my teeth. Is there really nothing we can do? This is just... I clench my fists and glare up at Inui. This is just a slow, painful death. Time keeps ticking away, then finally... But the match is over. The final score is 1-0. She's dominating a single point victory yet again. Thank you for the match. No, thank you. They returned to their respective camps after exchanging their pleasantries. They probably saw the potential of Asuka and are trying to crush her mentally. That's the whole reason for all this. Asuka. Asuka's just standing there. Her face is pale as a ghost. Asuka-chan! Asuka-senpai? She sits down on one of the chairs we have out, casting her gaze down in an attempt to avoid all the worried glances. I can't fault her for being all depressed after that loss. Asuka's been working her ass off lately, so I figured she could at least keep up with Inui. However, the gap between them seems wider than ever now. I knew she wasn't good enough yet, but at least wants to believe Asuka was catching up. How did everything go so wrong? That was fantastic. Those untimely words resound in a cheerful tone. Ugh, talk about bad taste. It was a really great match. Saki learned a lot. Thank you. Ugh. Is she mocking us? We were just puppets dancing her strings. She planned all of this to kill Asuka's motivation, even going as far as to give their strategy that humiliating name. Now she dare calls it a great match? I should just... Look. Yeah, I just chew her out. She definitely deserves it. But... Cut the BS. Pardon me? Misaki, who's been silent this whole time, makes her displeasure clear. Call it, Misaki. No! Sorry, Masaya, I can't hold back anymore. Just let me say my piece. Is there some issue? Irina looks confused. You've got some nerve to say that after coming all the way here to traumatize her. You just scored 1 point, then messed around with her the whole time. What the hell was that about? Misaki. I try to stop her, but she's clearly not paying attention to me at all. You're proud of winning like that? Must be, since you're going on about it being a good match and stuff. At this rate, Asuka will... Misaki's voice is rather hoarse. She's probably frustrated because she understands exactly how Asuka feels. However, Misaki Tobisawa... What? What else was I supposed to say? Well, that sure was an overwhelming victory for us, wasn't it? Wow, you were utterly powerless before us, weren't you? I have to say, you played right into our hands. Would you prefer those? I do feel bad about spring match on you, but that's why I try to end on friendly note. Misaki falls silent. That's probably a good thing. At this point, we'll just sound like sore losers if we keep complaining. It isn't like they cheat or anything, so we've got low leg to stand on. Besides, I'm sure she's noticed that Irina-san is utterly unfazed by her rant. Let me rephrase words. Hinata-san, I tell you I would show true FC, yes? Yeah. But to me it looked like you're playing different sport. What'd you just... It's great fun to watch that different sport, but when we have our next match, I want you to play our FC. A different sport. She isn't wrong. Inui and Asuka were playing in such different ways that it was hard to notice anything similar about them. However, the way she's saying that makes my blood boil. Watch them. We exercise ourselves now, Saki. Yes. Let's go. Yes, Irina. They're about to leave, but I can't just let things end like this. Hold up, Irina-san. And so I calm myself down a little and call out to stop them. Yes? You outplayed us in every way, I'll admit that. I see. Good. And I know we probably just seem like ants to you, but... I glare at the two of them as I continue. But we still have our own wings. So watch out, because someday soon we'll fly right up to you and... knock you out of the sky. Masaya. Misaki says my name in a shaky tone after hearing my speech. I'm sure my speech came off rather aggressive, so that makes sense. Irina-san, however, merely chuckles lightly and puts on her usual friendly smile. I knew it. Huh? You? Very interesting, or rather... very amusing. I look forward to that day. Will you see you then? With that, they take their leave. And no matter how I tried to deny it, I know everything went according to their plan. Eventually I hear the sound of a helicopter again. I look over at her and watch as it recedes into the distance. We're gonna beat you. I swear it. I say that while clenching my fists so tight that they hurt. Seems Misaki's also been staring up at it. Gotta say, that serious expression on her face definitely doesn't suit her. Hey, I went to calm her down, but... Ugh! Whoa! Misaki lets out a loud scream which effectively drowns out my words. God, what the hell did I say? Seriously, what's wrong with me? Sorry for jumping the gun and picking a fight, Masaya. I know that was a bit much, but I just couldn't hold it in any longer. What should I do? No, you didn't. She's rich, so she could definitely afford a couple of bombs, yeah? Sure hope she doesn't drop a few on us tomorrow. Her rant does seem a little odd, but now it all makes sense. She did that to keep me from going on a tirade. They should both just be arrested, honestly, anyway, and, Irina. They're both real shady people. She was worried about me endangering my position as a coach, plus she knew the sight of me getting angry would hurt Asuka. She was looking out for the entire club this whole time. There's no way she would have gotten that emotional otherwise. Misaki? Yeah? Thanks for being so considerate. I give her a light pat on the head. What? Then I walk over to Asuka. Asuka? Asuka is still looking straight down at the ground. I can't make out her expression right now, but she's obviously depressed. What should I say to cheer her up? Sorry, Asuka. I messed up. That loss is on me. I frantically search for the right words. Why don't you head home and get some rest? We can pick this back up to... Ugh. Asuka? I feel so frustrated. Huh? How'd that happen? Asuka? I can't believe it. She wiped the floor with me. I was like a deer in the headlights this whole time. Amazing. That was a really useful lesson. a really useful lesson. It's good to know that there's someone that incredible out there. I'm going to have to work a lot harder to beat her in the fall tournament. Huh? Is something wrong, Masaya-san? No, I'm so confused. How can Asuka react like this? Misaki and I both lashed out at Irina-san because we're frustrated by their actions. But somehow Asuka's turned that very same sense of frustration into a positive motivational factor. Seriously, she's crazy. I could never do something like that. Masaya-san? Which makes me think, Asuka. Yes? We'll beat them next time. I extend my hand toward her as I say that. You can do it. I know you can. Oh? Thanks! Asuka grips my outstretched hand and uses it to pull herself to her feet. And after that we just end up gazing into each other's eyes. Are you two done now? What? Mishira-chan! Could you please not react like you forgot I was here? Mishira clears her throat after she says that. Masaya-san, I have a suggestion. A suggestion? What is she gonna say we should flirt on our own time? I've talked to Misaki-senpai and... Yeah, Mishira really wants you to stop flirting around her. What? No, that's not it. Well, she's telling the truth, but that's not what I'm trying to say. Seriously? You see, it's about the fall tournament. We want to help Asuka-senpai. Involve us in her special training. Huh? Really? That's, that definitely give Asuka a leg up, sorry. But also probably hurt their chance of placing high in the fall tournament. Well, I'm not going to say no, but are you sure about this? I mean, I do want to improve and do better at fall tournament, but honestly, Asuka-senpai's revenge match feels more important. Yep, same here. That's why she's telling you to use us. Right, so what do you say? I'm amazed by how much they care about Asuka and the rest of the club. Mishiro. Yeah? I'll take you up on that offer. Thanks. You're welcome. Same to you, Misaki. Asuka's reaping Kunohama, so we've got to make sure she doesn't embarrass us out there. She sounds awfully happy, but I'm sure Misaki's got some conflicting emotions on the matter. That's why all I can do is respect the courage it took for her to make that decision. Are you two really sure? Asuka? Yes? What? What? You better knock them dead, girl. I will. I promise I will stop. Oh gosh. Oh, you mean these puppies? Oh gosh. Gah. Oh come on, I'm not even looking. Anyway, I'm just glad it turned out alright. I mean sure, that mask messed me up real good, but at least Asuka's doing fine. How can we defeat anyway? How do I even begin to formulate a winning strategy? I've honestly got no clue. But one thing's for sure, I've got my work cut out for me. Still. Oh come on Asuka, no running away. No, I have to run. Chase me instead? No. I get the theme that everything will work out in the end. Yeah, chasing you will have no benefits from Misaki Mishiro. For whatever reason, gazing at those three makes me think that practice match was a huge help. We've got one potential strategy absorbed, which is their birdcage strategy. Okay, I've just got to get to work. First, I need to rearrange Asuka's train regime. And after that, there's a bunch of stuff I need to look into. What a relief. I was worried things would go south. Huh? What's the matter, Shinen? Wah! Huh? Shinen, why are you crying? Seriously, calm down. Listen, Madoka, I'm the luckiest man in the world. Huh? All the members are sharing in the joy, angers and tears that come with competing in FC. This is the club I've always wanted. Shinen. This makes my struggle to keep a club alive worth it. I have to do everything I can to support them. Yeah, I'm burning with energy. Crying with passion, man. I see. You've wanted teammates like that for so long. But they only showed up in your last year at this school. It's no wonder you're sad. Why? Go on, let it all out. God, now I'm tearing up a little. Ah, Madoka. This marks a fresh start for the Kinohama Academy FC Club. With that, our involvement with Inui and Irina-san ends for the time being. That said, they're still at the forefront of my mind. The next day I changed the schedule and decided to start off with an anti-Inui strategy meeting. I called you out here for one specific reason. Whoa, how mysterious. I know, right? It almost feels like we're part of some shadowy cabal. Does it mean I get to be the sexy secretary? I'll be the beefcake bodyguard. Is that what you mean by strategy? Guys, cool it. Fine, you have my ear. Well, I'm all ears. Seriously? You sure you don't need a sexy secretary? I mean, you could be the secretary partner to go. Oh! Positive. What happened to the serious atmosphere from yesterday? Well, this is still way better than seeming all depressed, so I can't complain. Maybe this is a facade to hide that depression. Look, let's just move on. I'm sure they already know what we're here to discuss. We need to find a way to overcome Saki Inui's dominant playstyle. The way I see it, we should analyze her playstyle and adopt the things that work best. Wait, you're saying we should abandon our FC? Well, that's just one option. I turned to face Asuka. Asuka? Yes, what is it? How did you feel during yesterday's match? Can you think of any way to count her? Give us your honest opinion. My honest opinion? Of her brand of FC, obviously. Don't go telling us who you have a crush on or anything, you hear? Madoka-chan! Prez? Yeah. I think it's time for Madoka to log out. Oh, okay. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Time to go for a walk, Madoka. Huh? What are you doing? Shinen, put me down! Hey! Weird, Madoka's a lot cuter now. Is she funny? Wow, what a roast that is! Oh my goodness sakes, man! I mean, girl. Yeah, she's way better now. It's just too bad that her skin's blue. Oh, come on. There's no way you like that thing more than me. It's just a teddy bear. Oh, goodness sakes. Aw, poor Madoka. Yeah, Madoka. It's good that she's learned to be less silly. I hope Madoka stays like this forever. I'm starting to feel sorry for her. Can we let her back in? Well, if that's what you really want. Does what I want not matter? Bingo. I can't believe you just said that so quickly. Coach, I'm sorry. I'll never do that again, I swear. Please let me back inside. Fine. Prez, unlock the door. Gotcha. Watch out for a raging rhinoceros, though. I was... Zip it, or I have him take you a lot further away. Hey, no, please don't. I miss Teddy Bear. Same here. Guys, that really hurts. Okay, that's enough. Let's get back to business. Thanks to Madoka, we got totally off track, or maybe it's better to say we changed tracks entirely. Guess I should ask her again. So yeah, Asuka, what did you notice during that match? Well, honestly, I can't think of anything helpful. In other words, you were powerless, right? Basically, yeah. Gotta say, the name Birdcage is totally on point. Yeah, because you get up high, being the hook, and then swoop down. I just can't believe they're going with a strategy that revolves around blocking off every possible escape route. That's really hard when both competitors are flying free through the sky. I don't know much about strategy, or well, I have a hard time coming up with my own strategies, but I feel trying to copy her playstyle is a mistake. Huh? I'm surprised she reached that conclusion on her own. Is that a bit of a stretch? No, go on. Okay, well, it feels like Inui-san has spent a lot of time perfecting her playstyle, so I don't think there's enough time for me to catch up by copying her. Instead, it would be better to figure out what suits me best. I'm sorry, I probably know I'm wrong here. I see. Asuka's approach is actually the smarter one. There's nothing wrong with studying Inui's playstyle, but trying to master it in 2 months is insane. Compared to that, focusing on what Asuka's already good at and trying to improve it is a much better idea. Okay, we'll go with your plan. Huh? Really? Yeah, but if we go with that plan, we'll have to have her master a unique playstyle. She'll only ever manage to break through the cage with a fighter's skill. She needs to learn to mix calm, rational decisions with her animal instincts and reflexes. And that's easier said than done. Basically, can she even manage that when her only training partners are the only other members of our club? With just these 3, it'll be... Hold on. Misaki, Mishira, and Prez. I realise something as my gaze wanders over to everyone else's faces. Yeah, this could totally work. Okay, now I just gotta figure out how to put it into practice. Huh? Something wrong, Masaya-san? No, it's nothing. No, it's just, this is really starting to feel like something straight out of a sports show. Huh? What, you think of something? Probably something lewd based on that laugh. Boss, take a good look at these documents here. See, I'm totally the... Ouch! Hey, how come I'm the only who got hit? It's cause you've been warned already. That's no fair! It definitely is. Now quiet, or I'll whip out the teddy bear again. Anything but that. So stop with the super sexy secretary act. No way. You're saying you want us to assault Kurashina at the same time? Whoa, you guys are in sync already? Nice. Though Prez's part of that line sounds really wrong. Listen, just trust me, this is for the best. I know for a fact that Inui has no blind spots, and that means she'll turn the tables on attacks from any possible angle. So what other options do we have left? I can't think of any way to break out of that birdcage from yesterday. Relying on pure speed is an option, and every other idea I have seems flimsy at best. So, the only thing that comes to mind is to shape Asuka into the perfect weapon for one-on-one scenarios. In other words, you want her to play like a fighter. Yep. Yeah, looks like she has the apple bomb. Anti-Inui strategy meeting, oh gosh. Yep. Definitely. Gain altitude first. That's gotta be the thing, right? You gotta be able to climb high. Don't just hover above the second line, but climb high on the second line. I start sketching on the whiteboard after confirming that idea. Inui's insane reflexes and absurd agility allow her to reach to an opponent's movement at a moment's notice. Unfortunately, we don't have anyone who can play like her to help Asuka play. However, I add 3 hours at a pointer toward Asuka on the whiteboard. If you guys attack her in quick succession, we can create an artificial version of Inui's birdcage. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to fight you all at the same time? Asuka seems confused by the idea. Makes sense, since it does seem pretty crazy. Almost makes me wonder if I'm going too far, but I know I'm not. After all, Inui's playstyle is the most unique thing I've ever encountered. And so, we need to pull out all the stops to climb to her level. Well, what do you guys think? I glance at everyone's faces. What great strategy this. That sure put Misaki in bind, yes. That's really annoying, Misaki. Plus, it's a pretty bad impression of Irina-san. Her Japanese is mostly fine. I see, I could go for a spot of tea. Gents? Enough! Don't make me turn you into a teddy bear. Why are she pulling a Madoka? Oh, come on. You can't blame me here. This started to feel like something straight out of a sports manga. True. But we're going through with that plan anyway, right? We are. It's the only way Asuka will ever beat her. Right. We need a monster to beat a monster. Oh, you mean we need something like a ghost? I don't know. Can't really say I really want to kill Asuka. Yeah, I don't want to die either. Don't worry, a ghost is way too weak. You'll probably need an alien. How would you even turn me into an alien? Seriously, stop. I'll iron out the details later, but it's safe to say you're all in, yeah? You got it. Yes, sir, Bob. Roger, Dodger. Okay, we'll now commence Operation Ultimate Asuka Kyoshina. I'll do my best to unleash my potential. Okay, I'll assign your roles and positions now. Sounds good. Gotcha. Prez and Mashiro are speeders, while Misaki is a fighter. We'll need to find the best way to use their differing skill sets in unison. Okay, Misaki. Yeah? Misaki is an extremely agile fighter, and that means she's a perfect Inui stand-in. Out of the three of them, she's the one who will directly confront Asuka. Misaki, focus on blocking Asuka's path. Okay, can do. Make sure she hates the sight of you by the end of this. Ick. Oh, sounds fun. Heh. Please go easy on me, Misaki. No, can do. I don't know. Maybe I'll just go and spill what I learned during our girls' night. Meh. No, you can't. I won't let you. Asuka leaps toward Misaki and covers her mouth with her hands. I wonder what she told them. You just gulped down a big old batch of saliva, didn't you? Did not. Anyway, that's not what I meant. I'm pretty sure you already know that though. Knew that though. Fine. Oh. Misaki's personality makes her pretty damn unpredictable, but she should still serve as a good challenge for Asuka. The crucial part comes now. Mashiro. Yeah? Mashiro's a speeder, so she's not really the best at blocking an opponent's path. Luckily I can make use of her experience as a fighter, so she should do it if I just make her support Misaki. Can you try to be on the opposite side of Asuka? You know, like try to sandwich her between you and Misaki. Can you elaborate? You're a good cook? I guess I'm okay. Wait, what does this have to do with anything? Well, do you understand the relationship between planets and fixed stars? Yeah, they orbit around fixed stars. I mean, I obviously know what stars are, but what are fixed stars? Figured. Shouldn't have brought up terms like that. Only really useful when talking to astronomy buffs. Sun Misaki, yeah. Okay, forget that term, it's not important. Just imagine Misaki's the sun. For real? Sweet, I know I'm hot, but this is something totally new. Great. Of course you're the sun, Misaki-senpai. The whole world revolves, for goodness sakes. Right, listen, I'm not done yet. Asuka's Earth and you're Mars. I'm Earth? That's so cool. Man, Monsieur kinda got the short end of the stick, huh? But what I think Prez is a comet or a meteorite. Man, Monsieur got... How could you? Make me Earth instead. Calm down, I'll just give you an example. Quit lashing out over every little detail. I swear, none of them have a patient bone in their body. Yeah, indeed, it's just so horrific. You know that all of the planets in our solar system have a fixed orbit with the sun as the center, right? Huh? Damn it, guess we have to help her study before the next exams. I'm saying that they're all following the line of a circle. Oh, now I get it. Okay. Good. I want you two to surround Asuka like that. And also, yeah, Asuka will naturally end up having her back to Mashiro while you're doing that. Looks like Misaki-chan dozed off. Sleepy. I'll be focused on Misaki-chan, so yes. Right. That's why I want her to attack you from behind. From behind? Smash! Take this! Well, Mars is gonna crash straight into Earth. Oh no, what are we going to do? Forget that example already. Bringing that up was clearly a mistake. Guess only boys are really into space trivia. Listen, Mashiro, just keep a close eye on them. Then go for Asuka's back when her guard's down. Got it! Phew, glad that's done. Now, last but not least. My turn, I'm ready. Prez is a huge problem. He's only really good at racing straight towards boys, so there's not much use for him in dogfight practice. Let's see. The best way to use him is the sheer speed from the start of the second boy. Prez, I want you to fly up and down near Asuka. Gotcha, how shall I attack her? Same as Mashiro, if you see an opening, touch her as you fly by. Gotcha! I'm glad Prez doesn't need some long-winded explanation. But I bet the conversation will stretch out for hours if I use muscles as an example. Yeah! Don't ever mention the word muscles! Well, let's get started. Feel free to take a break if any of you ever get tired. Understood. Yes, sorry, Bob. Roger, Dodger. Gotcha! I turn to Madoka after hearing their replies. Madoka? What do you need? Can you keep an eye on them? Sure. You going somewhere? Yeah, I've got something I need to confirm. Oh? Anyway, Sam. I see. You're trying to make her a fighter leaning all-rounder. Is that a bad idea? No, I probably would have done the same thing in your shoes. That's a relief. Hearing her say that fills me with confidence. But even if that helps her break out of the birdcage, what will she do after that? I have something in mind. Oh? I'm still working out the kinks though. Think I'll discuss it with Asuka after she graduates from dogfighting practice. And you won't let me on your secret until the time comes, huh? Right. Sorry about that. Don't apologize, you're making the right choice here. There's no point talking to me about it until you have an actual plan. I know she's trying to encourage me, but I can't help but feel nervous. I mean, her question is perfectly valid. There's no point breaking out of the birdcage where we can't go on the offense after. I need to solidify my plan as fast as possible. But to do that, I'll have to wait and see how Asuka grows. Making a plan of attack without taking her skills into account would be silly. Well, I'm sure you'll be just fine. Just do what you think is best. Thanks. I'll be there to pull you back if you go too far, so don't hold back. Right now, half-arsing it is the worst option. There's no way you'll beat those two if you do. While even Inui-san seems to hold them in high regard, just goes to show that Inui and Irina-san are actual threats. I've got to work my ass off to beat them. Oh, Masaya. What's up? Is Kirishino getting along with the others? Huh? Yeah, of course. Honestly, it feels like she's the one who's bringing us all together. I tell Inui-san as much, even. I see. Look, don't just forget about the other members, okay? Yeah, that goes without saying. What's she trying to say? We're finally all working together with a single goal in mind, and that's made us closer than ever. I don't really see the problem here. It's talk about Mashiro's and Misaki's own individual skills. I'm back! Wait, why are we outside? Welcome back! They're changing there, so I'm keeping watch. I see. This reminds me of a time I actually saw them changing. Yeah, maybe imagine that's not such a great idea. You still owe me, my friend. I have a feeling our relationship will be a long, fruitful one. She still remembers. Don't make me log you out again. Oh, come on, you owe me too, so quit being so mean. Yeah, more importantly, how'd practice go? Oh, right. Boss, I'll give you my report of today's practice, beer. Cut that out already. I really liked being a 60s secretary, though. She's gotta be kidding me. Look, just tell me how it went. Stop orbiting around the problem. Madoka shakes her head, looking rather dejected. Well, it was a huge mess. Asuka-chan got mauled the whole time. She couldn't do anything. Figured. It would have been pretty scary if she was doing well on her first try. Though for whatever reason, I feel like Misaki pulled that off pretty easily. Apart from that, I saw some of the others moving in weird ways. You think it's because we're trying something new? Huh? What do you mean? Mashiro Ochi was floating around like an astronaut in space. Madoka, this is something normal for her. Not that it makes it any less of a mistake though. Oh really? I guess she did the smart thing and changed her grav shoe settings from speeder to fighter at some point. But, forgetful as she is, she probably forgot to switch the balancer back on. Maybe I need to go over maintenance with her again. I'll tell her to be more careful. So, you notice anything else? Not really. Oh, except... Madoka looks both pleased and exasperated. Odd. Asuka-chan didn't complain even once. I see. And she looked so dead by the end that I thought she was going to keel over. It was the same when she was running basic drills. Asuka's good at taking everything in stride. Guess that's why she tends to improve faster than anyone else. I know. Her ability to devote her mind and body to practice is something special. Maybe she'll actually pull this off. Yeah, I'm sure. Huh? Phew. Huh? Asuka? Asuka walks out of a club room, looking almost unrecognizable. Come on, clear the way. Asuka-senpai, can you balance yourself better? Misaki and Mashiro are supporting her as she walks. Ugh. She looks like a criminal who has been taken into custody by 2 police officers. Man, she must be really out of it. Oh, Masaya-chan. Hey, are you okay, Asuka? Hands off, no touching the patient. Patient? I mean, she does look pretty burned out. Yeah, it kind of felt like she was flying through sheer force of will at the end there. Next thing, stop her before it gets to a point. We did try to stop her. Yeah, Kurashina insisted we continue. Perez appears and backs up Mashiro's statement. I see. You better have a word with her. Will do. Yeah, I need to stop her before this develops into a serious problem. Don't want this to become a habit. Asuka, when you're exhausted, you should... Masaya-san. Practice today was very... hard, but... it was super fun. It's almost like she's on weed or something. I see. I give her a gentle pat on the shoulder. Anyway, we should get you home. Make sure you get a good night's sleep, okay? Okay. Asuka nods. I take Asuka's arms from Mashiro and wrap them around my neck. I'll make sure she gets home safe. You better. Be careful. I will. Guess I'll have to carry her all the way home since she can't walk straight. Hinata-can. Hinata-can. Madoka approached me with a weird grin plastered on her face. I've got a really bad feeling about what you're going to say, but go ahead. Look, I know this is a perfect chance for you to make a move on her and all, but... Okay, we're leaving. Later! Make sure you take her straight home, senpai. No detours. Obviously. Huh. I'm almost there. I've been flying for about 5 minutes now. Having Asuka hang on my shoulder is making this a lot harder than usual. Well, at least we're finally near our neighborhood's terminal. Damn it, Madoka. I swear I'm going to replace her with that teddy bear again. I know she's trying to lighten the mood, but it's still really annoying. Hey, Asuka? I look at her as I try to tell her we're almost there. Asuka? Seriously? She has been a lot more quiet than I expected. Guess I should have known. Man, I know I'm here to keep an eye on her, but this is still pretty damn dangerous. In more ways than one. Maybe I haven't been thinking about it lately, but she's hardly ever stops talking. But I've got to say, her face looks very well proportionate to from up close. Or, well, she's really cute. Damn you, Madoka. Her dumb joke is keeping me from thinking straight. Pull yourself together, Masaya. We're flying here. There's no time to get distracted. I try to focus my eyes on our flight path after saying that. But, yeah, she's definitely cute. Ugh, doing it again. Honestly, I thought she was cute the moment I first saw her, so this isn't really news or anything. But this feels oddly refreshing after weeks of nothing but practice. And... Hi, yes, me, sorry for the sudden call. Okay, we're going to continue with this on the next time, folks! I don't like the twin with the green hairs. Like, those two are seriously bad news. From the moment they were introduced to the game, they gave me the aura that they were bad news. And that has been nothing but the truth. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and we shall see each other on the next time of Aokana. Thank you all so much for watching and take care of yourselves.